What up, peeps? Mr. Bones back at you, and welcome back to another Dollar Tree Theater, brought to you by Hobbs Horror. What we're going to talk about is The Rental, starring Dan Stevens, Allison Brie, Sheila Vand, and Jeremy Allen White. Alien and brutal psycho for the Airbnb era. Scream Factory and IFC Films. Found at the Tree. This is IFC and Black Bear Pictures, starring Dan Stevens, Allison Brie, Sheila Vand, Jeremy Allen White, Toby Huss. Produced by Dave Franco. Story by Dave Franco, Joe Swanberg, and Mike Dembski. Screenplay by Dave Franco and Joe Swanberg, and directed by James Franco's brother. Blood-curdlingly horrific, says John Frost from The Hollywood Reporter. Two couples on an oceanside getaway find that their celebratory weekend trip has turned into something sinister as an imminent threat forces them to expose well-kept secrets, and they come to see each other in a whole new light. Allison Brie, Dan Stevens, Jeremy Allen White, Shameless, and Sheila Vand, A Girl Walks Home Alone at Night, starring this unnerving and sophisticated debut thriller from Dave Franco. Neighbors, If Beale Street Could Talk, and Disaster Artist. I was interested in this when I saw it at the Tree and didn't know what it was because of Jeremy Allen White there. He is my favorite character in Shameless. He plays Philip, aka Lip. He's also in this new show on Hulu called The Bear. Yeah, so you got these two couples going on a getaway, a trip, a vacation at this B&B, this place. It's like up on a cliff above an ocean, and it's got this shady host, I guess you call, who comes by from time to time to repair stuff like the hot tub and check on them, see if they need anything. And he comes off kind of racist towards this girl. I didn't even realize she was like any kind of race, but she called him out on it. So I tried to rent this place online 10 minutes before my friend here, and you denied it. Why was that? And he just blows her off. He's like, oh, if you have any problems, you can take it up online on the website. Other than that, I don't have anything to discuss with you. And so he stops by from time to time to work on things, and it's just it's got some shady shit going on here. You got these two are a couple. These two are brothers. That's his wife, and they're partying and drinking and doing drugs, and this one goes to bed early, that one goes to bed early. These two hang out in a hot tub and decide to bang, which was very shady to do to his brother. But the killer in this movie has cameras all through the house, and then he eventually starts sending them little audio clips and videos to piss them off at each other. There is one point when the host, the landlord, I don't know what the hell you call him, stops by, and this girl had found cameras in the shower head, and she calls him out on it, and he says, I don't know what the hell you're talking about, because he doesn't. It's You find out at the very end when it shows what this guy always does. He always scouts places and plants his cameras and does this shit. But they get into an argument, and he says, "Go ahead and call the cops on me. How about I call them?" And she says no and grabs him, and he comes in and acts like a psycho. Thinks he's trying to hurt her, so he just runs in and slams him against the inside the tub and starts punching him and knocks him unconscious. And then they're all outside arguing, and the killer goes in and smothers him, finishes him off. And then they find out, and they're still going back and forth about what to do. And they decide maybe we should just throw him off the cliff into the ocean. Maybe he came by to check on the place after we left, and he drunk and he fell over the cliff. This one starts flipping out. She doesn't want to be an accomplice to murder, but he's already dead anyway. They're all arguing back and forwards. That's when the fun starts. She takes off in a car, hits a tree, and then the killer runs up to her and hits her with a claw hammer. That's his choice of a weapon that he uses on all of them. It's pretty brutal. And he one by one starts taking them all out. But this movie's okay. It's a decent movie until the very end. It has the shittiest ending. I've told friends about it before. This is my second time watching it, and I still hate the ending. It reminds me of a fucking Looney Tune cartoon, like Wile E. Coyote and the Roadrunner running off a cliff. The last one left is her, and she's running from him, and she runs off the porch and into the woods behind a tree, and he's chasing her, and then she starts running again and just runs off a fucking cliff. No screaming. The killer doesn't touch her, and there's no screaming. She's just running all goofy with her arms and pumping her arms, and just poof, gone. And the killer walks up and looks down the cliff, and the end. It goes off. I've never seen that before in a movie, and there was one shitty ending. And that's what I watched for Dollar Tree Theater. Peace.